From Crafty Gamer Clan, and in this video we're going to be in the spawning glen. We're going to be doing a multi-farm, so we're going to be farming some starving fungal giants, as well as, I think they're called boglords. Let's find one of these green tinged creatures. Never to be found when you want. There you go. Starving boglord. So we're in Zangarmarsh, just down this southwestern section here, and I'm here on level 40 character. So this druid finished up getting the levels, so we're finally ready to get out there and start farming these. I'm going to be farming some boglord tendrils, some unidentified plants, which those are both reputation items. We'll also be farming any herbs, because these can all be use herbalism on them to get some materials, and then there'll also be some herbalism nodes dotted around and about. I've also got mining on this character as well, so potentially it's quite the multi-layered farm, and they spawn back pretty quickly in the small area. So without too much further ado, just gonna get straight to it. Bounce. There's our first tendril. We'll see what we can get. My word, is it different when you can just jump straight into travel form. We've already got the first couple of items that we've been after there in terms of the reputation items. So we've got the unidentified plant parts, then we've got the boglord tendrils. Life of me, I can't remember offhand which factions they give you rep with, but I'll find that out once we get towards the end of this run. That first set of life motes. Get to it. We've got blindweed. I got myself for a second there, because if you're druid using herbalism, you don't actually have to dismount, which is even less time wasted. It's spawning in pretty quick. I was just hovering over the water there, stopping me from transforming. We've got here a bit of ragveil and some unidentified plant parts. Well, they've even touched the ground. We'll be on to the next one. All ragveil by the looks of it, yep. As always, remember when you're going out there gathering to make sure that you've got the correct expansions skill unlocked, otherwise you'll be missing out on a lot of level gains, like skill gains with it. And obviously you'll be missing out on potential potential materials as a result. I jumped out of travel form there. Still getting used to playing on Druid, I think. Pretty diverse load of materials. Doing this one compared to previous farms that we've been doing on the channel. Definitely a plus. Mix things up a bit. Of course, while all this is going on, we're also farming for Sporogar reputation in the background there. Ridiculously long time since I've played through any of the Burning Crusade story quests. Not too familiar with where they'd be based out of in terms of where their camps are. Always look into that once we've got all the lovely reputation and materials. Well, I imagine this farm will be more than handy for my alchemist. Main goal with that one is pretty much to get the File of Suns mount. But I know pretty aware that's going to be a long road to get that because of the alchemy requirements, and it's all down to RNG in the finish anyway. Plus, I've got a character that I'm going to be leveling up, named after the channel. It'd just be a Lady Pandaren. Model's pretty much chosen by our youngest. I do a bit more story-led stuff. It's that one. It should be the character that we want to do a lot of the lore achievements on. And that's that monk fits pretty good, seeing as it's come back to where only a couple of months back. I think there's like a natural progression. Started off playing DPS, eventually transferred into tank, and now I'm kind of settled at the moment on playing as many different healer types as I possibly can. It's a similar path that most people take, or do with the complexity of the fights and knowing the mechanics when you've got a pre-heal or when you've got a taunt as a tank. So we're approaching that last minute on this farm. One of these giants. We'll see where we're at. See, with this farm, there's pretty much stuff for us to do everywhere, all over. Possibly be a little less productive if you came here without herbalism. So probably not bother. I think the decision was right to hold off until I had this character leveled for now. Doing this on my mining and skinning character would have seen nowhere near as much in terms of materials that I'm getting out of this. Definitely not as many amounts of life either, because those seem to be coming from things that we're harvesting as well as the initial drop from the giants. I'll finish this last one off, and then I think we'll call that 10 minutes. See where we are. I'll do, yeah. So, bit of this swamp moss, which will be fodder to pay for repair bills for messing around here. We've ended up getting a load of these unidentified plant parts. Also ended up getting a load of blown weed. Got some Dreaming Glory around here, some ragvale. Admittedly, some of this will be from me cycling around here before, so it's important for me to just keep this up for now. So roughly you're seeing 2.5 there, 2,500. Multiply that by 6, and okay, a baseline expected return. But the real thing that we want to look at here is how many of these. So we've got 4 primal life from this. Those are going for about 370 to 400 each, around about now. So call it 350. So 4 of them. It's another 1,400 on top. So pretty good, to be honest. Pretty good. Looking like somewhere between 20-25,000 an hour. But I think the ultimate real value is if you've got yourself a alchemist doing a bit of outland alchemy leveling. I think I'll be holding off on a lot of these and just sending it across to him or her. So I think I've created a lady goblin to do that. But yeah, see how this one goes. Fly around willy-nilly, kill everything in sight, and then away you go. Full seems to be quite a good. It's be really good if you can get a load of them. Not even sure where I've got that from, but I think it's nearby. And just as a final check through, I wanted to see the uses for the unidentified plant parts. So bear with me a couple seconds while I look that up, and then also the. Where are they? I can't see for looking. The Boglord tendrils. We did have some of those, didn't we? Or am I imagining it? There they are at the bottom. Completely missed them. Don't know why. Those are looking a pretty decent price. So you can pick those up as you're going through as a byproduct. of the kills that you're already going to be doing for the farm. I think this is primarily a Motes of Life farm. The Boglord tendrils are used for Sporogar reputation, by the looks of it. And you get those only from the giants in this area, so you'll be getting them from Boglords, Withered Boglords, Starving Boglords, Withered Giants, and Starving Fungal Giants. 2 of those spawned in this within this glen. Of course, we've also got the unidentified plant parts. Operation would have probably gone a long way with this, but that's just style what we're going for. These are used for reputation with the Cenarian Expedition, which are also, I believe, located around about here. And this end somewhere on the eastern section. I believe that they have a foothold somewhere you can go. Start doing quests for those, handing some of these repeatable items in. Pretty straightforward. What difference it makes jumping on Druid rather than going everywhere on my rogue. Yeah, okay, going invisible and being able to pick pockets is nice, but just being able to transform into your flight form like that just feels so much better when farming. So we'll see how the other 2 characters I've got work out. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just want to say thanks for watching, people who watched this far in the video, and I'll speak to you again soon. Stay safe and goodbye.